Hello, my name is Chantal. I was born in Canada. I was brought up at a deaf school. Once I graduated high school, I decided to go to college. I came to America. I went to RIT, and once I graduated, I moved to Boston for work, and I worked there for about 4 years. I realized that I wanted to go back to school. I decided to go back to Gallaudet to become a teacher. And during the summer, I was required to do an internship. My counselor suggested that I go to Bangkok, Thailand to do my internship. I thought, oh, I wouldn't mind, it would be a great idea. So during that time, I didn't have much money to pay for my plane ticket or for a room and board, but my counselor informed me that I could apply for a scholarship and all I would have to do is purchase my own plane ticket. I wasn't aware of the time difference between the US and Thailand. Thailand is a day ahead of us, and we are a day behind. So I did inform the school in Bangkok that I plan to arrive to the school to teach English to the children there. I told them when I'll arrive and if they could send someone from the school to pick me up at the airport, send me to my room and board, I would appreciate it. So I bought my plane ticket. I arrived at Thailand around 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was waiting there. There was no one there. I didn't have the school's contact information or anyone's contact information. It was around 8 in the morning that there was a man carrying a sign with my name on it that says Chantal, and I said, "That's me." And the man told me, to hop on board. I was exhausted because I was up all night. I was the only white person there. Everyone else was, darker skin, and they were approaching me, gesturing, and I did understand Thai sign language. I did see a girl that I recognize. She's also from Gallaudet. She's a teacher she teaches a high school, and I will be teaching elementary. She arrived a week before I did, and so she picked up some Thai sign language, and she was teaching me, and I was learning from her. So the both of us are roommates. The principal of the school did give us 2 weeks. Did give us a week off so that we could go, explore. We were the culture shock. The environment, the food, the culture was very different. But we met a lot of people, met deaf people who knew ASL, who could and also knew Thai sign language, so they were able to communicate. So we picked up a lot of sign. So I was ready to teach elementary school. I was excited. So on the first day of the class, instructors have to wear, either short sleeve or long sleeve. They can't wear sleeveless shirts, and they must wear long skirts or pants. But this was during the summer, so it was really hot and humid. But we had to stay covered up. And there was no windows in the classroom. So I had the students sit in semicircles. I was gesturing and mouthing, and I noticed the puzzled look on their faces and asked them, don't they understand me? And they mentioned that, oh, your mouthing is a little different. So I decided not to mouth and continue to sign and gesture. And the student did understand me a lot better. It was a lot of work, but it was fun. I did meet one boy who was about 12 years old. I forgot his name. But he would always approach me every single day after school. I didn't think anything of it. He wanted to play, he just wanted to chat, but I was always send him home. But he mentioned, oh, my mom works overnight. And the sign for mom in Thailand was something, oh, nope, I forgot it. I don't use that as often. Let's see. So I mentioned, okay, so your mom is at work, so that means no one's home. He mentioned no one's at home. So I allowed him to stay with me. And when it got dark, the sun had set. The school, he lives really close to the school, so I'd always walk him home and drop him off. And it happened, a few times. And the principal noticed that. So the principal suggested that I should not be walking the student home. And I mentioned, oh, he's young and it's dangerous. The principal's like, nope, the students are able to walk themselves home. So I remember the last day that I was there, the boy was crying. He said, I'm gonna miss you. So when I came back here to America, I realized that, maybe teaching is not my thing. And then about 2 years later, I did receive a letter from that little boy. He's a little older and whatnot, but it was in broken English. He mentioned that he's doing good, he's happy. And I'm like, oh, but there was something, wow, that little boy told me that I'll never forget. He mentioned to me that some females teacher would have the student do inappropriate things with them, and I didn't know what to do with this information. So I remember I approached the principal, and the principal mentioned it's none of my business. So still to this day, I'm wondering, are those kids still doing inappropriate thing with the teachers? It's really sad, but it's a good experience. I was culture shocked. I would encourage everyone to fly to a different country and to experience that. And if hearing people are telling deaf people that they can't do it because they're deaf, they can't communicate, they can't talk, just ignore them. That deaf people can.